Quad bikes, beach holidays and Gasly's French lessons, getting to know the real Franco Colapinto. Just over a year after his headline-making Formula One debut, Franco Colapinto is the next driver to face F1.com's getting to know questions. From his early days getting to grips with quad bikes to nailing his driving test first time, and Juan Manuel Fangio's influence to learning French with Alpine teammate Pierre Gasly, the Argentinian shares all in the video player above and transcript below. What made you fall in love with F1? Is there a moment that stands out? Not really. I always loved sports, that adrenaline with an engine, something that makes you go fast. I used to be on a quad a lot when I was young. Since I started to watch F1, I fell in love with it when I was very young. I was like 6 years old. Then I started to go to see races in Argentina, seeing the touring cars, TC Turismo Carretera and all these championships. When I got a bit older, I was like, I really want to go to F1. That's when I decided to come to Europe and start the journey here. When and where did you first drive something? I know the moment that I started to really like it was when I got my first quad at 4 years old. I drove things since I was like 3. I always loved speed, something that made you have that adrenaline and that feeling of going to the limit. There's a lot of pressure on this next question. How many times did it take you to pass your driving test? 1. Only 1. Not like the other F1 drivers. I heard they have been really bad at this. There are some interesting stories out there. It's been easy to me, and actually I passed it at 17 years old, because in Argentina you can do it 1 year earlier. Who's your best friend inside the paddock? Maybe Gabriel Bortoleto. I've known him since a long time ago when we were in karting. He's a good guy, and we're both Latino. He's the one I feel the closest to, probably. Which 3 F1 personalities past or present would you invite to a dinner party and why? Juan Manuel Fangio, Ayrton Senna and Lewis Hamilton. These are the drivers I admire the most, the drivers I grew up with, and the ones that were my heroes since I was very, very young. Just to listen to all the stories that they have in the sport, in different moments and eras, I think to listen to that difference between how they used to drive, and they were the best at each time, beautiful stories, I'm sure, and a nice bit of history of the sport.